Alright, now the Lost Vein has released on Global, I know lots of people are gonna be curious to know what should be the next unit I summon for. What should be the next banner I save my gems for. Now, the time I'm recording this video, the patch notes for this week have not released, but I'm assuming Mono and Easton will be coming out as the next patch. Because of schedule. I sorted up the schedule, I closed it because I'm stupid, but there's a schedule in Grand Cross database of the release of every banner that has come out on JP. And I sorted every single character that has released before Blue Elizabeth. It's very important because, in my opinion, festival exclusive banners are the ones that you should summon on no matter what. So I'm talking about the characters that come before her, they are a should you or should you not, because I'm telling you, Goddess Elizabeth banner is a must summon. You don't have a choice, alright? It has Lost Vein Meliodas and her, which are the two best units in the game. And so all sorts of other good units as well were in that banner. If they do, of course, copy the banner and paste on Global, which I hope they do. Regardless, Mono and Easton, I'm assuming, should be coming this week. Easy skip if you already have invested on Green Helbram, because that's what Easton really is. To be fair, she is quite good. She is a booster, and she's a very good. She has really good stats, unlike Helbram. So if you do want her, not a bad idea. She's good for one of the guild bosses, so not so bad. Other than that, I guess she does have use for Hell Red Demon. That's pretty much about it. Mono's is trash, so take her off. She's hot, but that's it. Easton's really good for Hell Red Demon and that one guild boss, the one that looks like a crab. That's it. Guild boss is now like in rotation. They keep changing the guild boss. JP has 3 guild bosses now. Easton's good in one of them, so that's nice. But that's pretty much about it. Moving on, yeah, if you want her, honestly, not a bad pick, because it's gonna take a while until Goddess Liz. If you have gems from Lost Vein, I guess you can summon, but I'm assuming most people don't. Galaxinia easy skip. I'm assuming this is the banner coming out next afterwards. I don't know. Release is difficult to really tell, but these are characters that should be coming out before Goddess Liz. Both Galaxinias are an easy skip. Red Galaxinia is a coin shop unit, and he is actually pretty good. Green Galaxinia is actual trash, but Red Galaxinia is actually pretty good. He's really interesting unit. I'm working on getting him Super Awaken on JP. His passive, when he gets a card to mix up, he gets an extra ultimate gauge, which is really nice. And he seals cards above rank 1, and he's a cleanser as well. He's pretty good, but one thing is that next week on PvP, cleanser will be disabled, so I hope he actually doesn't release next week. But anyways, Galaxinias are easy skip. Honestly, like he's pretty interesting and quite good, but he's not anything drastic. Red Fat King hasn't released yet for some reason. He's quite old on JP, but he hasn't released on Global yet, which is really interesting. But he's in his skip. He's not that good. He might be a Hawk Pass character. Who knows? Balion and Elat are, if you haven't watched the movie, which I'm assuming lots of you haven't. You probably don't even know who these characters are, but they are 7 Deadly Sins characters. They're not original characters or anything. Elat is a fake Elizabeth. No joke. If you are an Omega tryhard for guild boss, you need her, because she makes part of the best guild boss strategy on Crab. The Crab strategy is you use Elat, Gopher, the Easton, and of course Derriere, and she makes more damage than level 3 freeze, because she boosts crit damage and she reduces the crit resistance. So she actually, if you get a crit with a Derriere, if you get Derriere maxed out, 10 stacks, level 6/6, and you ult with her, because she also grants buffs, and you get level 3 to reduce the crit resistance defense as much as you can, and you 10 stack her passive, that's the maximum you can hit with a Derriere on guild boss. Other than that, completely useless. And then Ballion is just useless in general, so easy skip right there. Very much easy skip. Now, Halloween is actually coming out very close. We are in September, so I'm assuming that these units should come out before Elizabeth actually next month in October. So that's pretty nice. That's pretty neat. The seasonal characters might actually have to line up with actual seasons, which is not quite good for LoL, because if you have to wait until New Year's, you've been waiting already, right? But waiting until New Year's to get Green Deer Meliodas is kind of annoying, because Green Deer Meliodas, when he released, he was quite alright, but now they lost Venus on Global, there's no possible use for Green Deer Meliodas. Like, you can't use him anymore, so that's unfortunate. But Halloween Meliodas is quite possibly top 3, bottom 3 units in the game. He's one of the worst units in the game. He has a poison card. This is terrible. So recently, I actually already recorded. I have a showcase for Halloween Meliodas. I super awakened him and used him with UR gear. But this guy increases crit chance by 10% at the end of every turn. This is only your turn. So if it goes your turn, enemy turn, your turn, enemy turn, you only get 2 stacks of this. Meaning you have to have 10 of your turns to get stacks. It's so stupid. His card is a double crit damage, but he has really low crit chance, so he's terrible, he's awful. Elaine, actually, again, a Halloween character, she's not so bad. Actually, she's not so bad. Increase the user stats by 8% as our turn next if the hero takes damage, which is actually not so bad, again. But she is mainly just a booster. She is an attack booster just like the Green Guild Thunder. And honestly, not a bad unit to summon for. I have had uses for her, but then again, it's mostly really hell redding, and that's really about it. It's just because I have a soft spot for boosters. I like boosting characters, but if I really have to say, it's an easy skip for the Halloween banner. Unless you really care about box. If you really care about having every character in your box, maybe except maybe the top 100 characters, I don't know. Then yeah, summon, but like, because they're only gonna come back maybe next Halloween. So, anyways, she's okay, but again, with Halloween Meliodas also in the banner, it's kind of an easy skip. They do give you free tickets, and I recall some of my friends did pull them for free on tickets, but easy skip regardless. We're getting to the units that are less of an easy skip, by the way. So Roxy, quite possibly highest character in the game. It might be. Camilla is up there, but like, I don't know. Roxy just has something to her. Oh, I have the game open. Let me show you Roxy if you haven't seen her. I haven't super awakened her yet. Let me show Roxy if you haven't seen her. So this is Roxy. There's a reason people would summon for her. There is quite the reason people would summon for her. And it isn't because she's good. Let me change her hairstyle real quick. There is quite the reason some people would summon for her, and it isn't because she's good. Anyways, she's trash. Explode card, not good. Remove buffs. I guess if there is a buff meta ever again, Mono Red really declines. I guess if there ever is a Mono Red type meta again where buffs matter, that could be good. But here's one thing. Her stats are pretty neat. 75% pierce rate means that whenever there's a new Roxy, she's probably going to be pretty good if she gets good cards. Now, her passive is really long. When the hero takes deals damage, additional damage of explosion, recovers 30% max HP, and feels ultimate by 1. So if you get the explode to happen, you get ultimate gauge, but really because it requires a level 2, it's not that good. It's just pretty trash and easy skip, unless, you know, other reasons. Now, let's talk about a character that's not so much of an easy skip. Zeldris. Oh boy. Here's the thing. commandments have been releasing in Chu. And there are Chus. Oh, okay, I need to talk up with Grey Cross. This should be maxed right here. This should be maxed. All three of these should be maxed. And of course Crimson as well. These all should be maxed. Red Zeldris is quite possibly stupendous. He's stupid good. If they release both Zeldris in one banner, that would be such good value. Because Blue Zeldris is quite alright. He is good in PvE in a lot of scenarios. In PvP, not quite so much. Like, he really lacks. And if you've ever seen Blue Zeldris, you know the meme. He doesn't crit. He just doesn't. He doesn't crit. And he solely like relies on critting. He has Spike, double crit damage. He increases crit damage every time he loses an ultimate gauge by 30%, max of 90. Which goes on with his commandment, which if either your enemy or you move a card, they lose an ultimate gauge, but they also get all their debuffs removed. Yeah, he has quite the high crit chance, I believe with Super Awakening. Let me pull up my Zeldris, so I have the clear. He goes to like 80 something percent chance to crit, or 90 something percent chance to crit. 87% chance to crit. So he has quite a high crit chance, but he just doesn't crit. I don't know what it is with him. If you do manage to crit, he hits super stupidly hard, but if you don't, you don't. While Red Zeldris is so versatile. He is honestly... I'm thinking of... I made my tier list video like 2 days ago, and I already want to remake it because I want to put him in God tier. He has been so useful for everything. He is so good in PvP. He is good for guild boss. Right now on GP we have the that tall guild boss. I forgot his name. This looks like a dragon. And Zeldris is actually on the best team for it. Like, he is quite possibly one of the most versatile units in the game. He depletes ultimate gauge, which is always such a useful card, right? He has his recovery skills, which is useful in a lot of scenarios. He is incredible for Hell Crimson. He is incredible on the Droll team. He is really good. He bursts all allies' basic stats by 6% for every ally and enemy in battle possessing commandment. Ally and enemy. Which means that just him is already buffing 6. If you have another commandment, that's 12, and on and on and on. So good. He is so stupendous. If they release a banner with these two, I'm urging you, it might just be a must summon. Like, because of Red Zeldris. I would say getting him and getting him with dupes, so you can Super Awaken easily. You can still Super Awaken without dupes, but it's easier with dupes because then it has less cost. Getting him the most dupes possible might just be worth. He's just so good. Yeah. And then afterwards, before the last unit that was released before Goddess Elizabeth was Shin. Shin is one of my favorite characters in the game design-wise, and now that I already have the game open, I might as well just show him as well. Is one of my favorite characters design-wise, and he is really good for farming, but that's quite about it. He doesn't... On PvP, he can shine. I have you argue for him. Yes. He can. But to be fair, yeah, not really the best. But he's the best farmer in the game, I would say. Like, if you only have one character you can use for farming, you can't use Chu, so you can't use like Demon Melly and Lilia, right? You only have one option. Shin's the best. But is it worth, because there's already Hauser, Demon Melly, Lilia. If you already have those three, what's the point? I would say you only should summon for him if you want all the original characters. If not, that's an easy skip. In my opinion, even though I love the character, in my opinion, it's an easy skip. And then afterwards should be Elizabeth. Honestly, they could release Elizabeth before some of these characters. I would say Zeldris is quite possibly a guaranteed character to release before Elizabeth. They would want to squeeze gems from you before Elizabeth comes out. A wise person would, in fact, a very, very wise and also very patient person would save all their gems for Elizabeth. Elizabeth is the most annoying unit in the game. Where's Elizabeth? The most annoying unit in the game. Okay. Revive. This is all you need to know. She revives an ally. She's the most annoying unit in the game, and her banner is stupendously good. So, if you're very patient and you don't care for having Zeldris, you can save all of your gems until Elizabeth and you will not miss, because I'm telling you, from this point on until Elizabeth, the Lost Vein team will remain the best team no matter what. No matter what releases, Lost Vein will continue to be the best PvP unit in the game. Okay? So you don't need to summon for any unit before Elizabeth. Zeldris is a very nice unit. I would actually recommend summoning, but you don't have to. That's it. I honestly, looking at all the banners, I would say skip everything that isn't a festival exclusive. Like, guys, Elizabeth releases, and then so Red Zeldris came out. He was straight to the coin shop, unlike how Global does. Global does banners as well, right? He was straight to the coin shop. And after him, Easton. Easton was a really fantastic unit that really shaped the game. And then there's King. That's it. Like, that's it. Like, all these characters are fodder. Like, Ludociel is really nice if you're a super whale. And that's it. Like, Blue Drow is nice. Not a must. Camilla is trash. Gerhard is trash. Quite funny. What's it called? The Attack on Titan units were very good and more fun on Global than they were on JP. Dian and Dro is very good, not a must. Dian is okay if you have Dro. I don't know. This point on, if you want to just summon for Elizabeth or save for Elizabeth, that's your choice. Anyways, thank you guys for watching.